All right, we are going to take notes over exponent rules. You probably already did the true or false, so you kind of have an idea already. We've already talked about adding and subtracting monomials. So just an example here, 9x squared y minus 10x squared y. They are like terms because they have the same variable and the same exponent. So we're going to do 9 minus 10, and that is negative 1x squared y. So doesn't change, right? Doesn't change what it is. It just changes how many you have. All right, now subtract 6w from 8w. So we're going to do 8w first minus 6w, and we get 2w. Doesn't change what you have. It's still a w. Just changes how many. All right, product rule. You're going to add your exponents. When you multiply, add the exponents. So when you multiply, add the exponents. So here, x to the a times x to the b is x to the a plus b. A plus b. You're going to add the exponents. The power rule, when you raise a power to a power, you multiply. I'm going to put the exponents too, just to be clear, the exponents, and I'm leaving into the other box. That's okay. All right, so when you do x to the a to the b power, this is x to the a times b. All right, let's go up here. I'm going to do the first one with you, and then you're going to do the second one. Well, let's do the second one first. Actually, I'll do both. So h to the second times h to the sixth is h to the 2 plus 6, which is 8. All right, down here, see we have numbers in front. So we're going to actually multiply our numbers first. So we have negative 14, and then I'm going to do my exponents separately. So I have a squared times a cubed, that's a to the 5th. Then we have b times b, each of those is a 1, right? Is b squared. So those are your answers for that one. And then the power rule, we're going to multiply our exponents. So when we have x to the x squared to the 3rd power, we're going to multiply that 2 and 3, and we get 6. All right, let's try this one. It's kind of a double. So think about this as we have negative 2m to the 5th times negative 2m to the 5th. That's what that squared means. So we're squaring our number here. We get a positive 4. And then we multiply our exponents. That's m to the 10th. And notice we have a little guy out here, m to the 3rd. When we multiply, so it's going back to our product rule up here. When we multiply, we add the exponents. So our complete answer is going to be 4m to the 13th. I'm going to box that so we know that it's our final answer. All right, quotient rule. When you divide, subtract the exponents. So here, when we're dividing, we have to have the same base. We're going to subtract the exponents, a minus b. So here, with our numbers, we can either simplify or divide, although I know 27 and 42 can't be divided, but we can simplify it by 3, right? 3 goes into 27 9 times, 3 goes into 42 14 times, all right? And then we're going to subtract our exponent. So this is a 5, and if it doesn't have a number, we know it's a 1, right? So 5 minus 1 is x to the 4th. It's a positive 4, so I'm going to put it on the top. All right, this one is a double. We're going to multiply first here. So 2 times 2 is 4, so we have y to the 4th over y to the 4th. Oh, what happens? We have a 0. They cancel out. This becomes 1. Any number over itself is 1. All right, negative exponent rules. If a negative in the numerator, move to the denominator and vice versa. So it's in the numerator right now. Think about this as over 1. So I need to move it to the denominator in order to make it positive. Oh, this should be an x. Oh, I'm just going to write that over again. 1 over x to the positive a. There we go. All right, so this one is a little bit tricky because the 5 is not being raised to the negative exponent, just the x. So the negative 5 stays in the numerator and the x moves to the denominator. All right, here we're going to divide our numbers. So I know they can be reduced both by 4, so that's 1 over 2. And let's see, when I have 2 minus 5, I get k to the negative 3. But I got to make that positive by putting it in the denominator. All right, 0 exponent rule, anything to the 0 power is 1. Yay, that one's easy. Notice that only the x is being raised to the negative power, to the 0 power. So this is 7 times 1, which is 7. That's your final answer there. Here, we're going to multiply. When we raise a power to a power, we multiply. So we have w to the 8th over w to the 8th. And this is kind of like the one up here where we do 8 minus 8 is 0. W to the 0 equals 1. Yeah, similar to up here. We just missed that step there. All right, so there are exponent rules, and we will start practicing together.